Recently, a lot of people have noticed that VRChat recently took a nosedive in terms of recent reviews thanks to this AAC update or easy anti-cheat, and everybody got upset because mods were removed, and even the wholesale mods got removed from VRChat, and they have been providing us with a lot of developer blogs to give you guys an update on new things coming to VRChat. But will it be enough? And what does this new developer blog from yesterday have to do in store? In recent days, myself and a few of our friends, like Votes the Hedgehog, we've been testing out the open beta. And if you guys want to take a look at that, make sure you guys check out the links in the description below because I actually do it by myself and I do it with Votesy Boy. So let's take a look at our developer update blog, and I will go over other stuff that I want to go over in this particular talk or this particular video about this topic. So the developer update, the 2nd of August 2022, that was yesterday, and Tupper, who is the VRChat head of community, posted this yesterday, and he said, "Hello, welcome to the latest VRChat developer update. Here we'll be talking about what we're working on and what our progress looks like so far for a selection of tasks. You can read Friday's update here with our link also to the description. We had Monday off because of the Canada holiday, but we're back on it, and here's what they have to say. Live beta is now open if you guys want to play it, and if you guys want to play it, what you need to do, you need to go to your Steam, which I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Go to your Steam, and then you have to right click on the VRChat application. Oops, excuse me, right here. You go to properties, and let me show you guys the property menu. This is right here. You go to betas. You go to the beta section, which is going to be this one right here. And then you go to select this drop down, go to open beta. What's going to happen then is that from there, you're going to see this update for you because it's open beta. So feel free to take a look at that, and let's go ahead and go on to our developer update if you guys want to play it. So they said, over the weekend we continued to gather feedback, and importantly, we also gathered bugs and issues with the beta. There's a few which is to be expected. With the speed up, we integrated both brand new features and features we had on hold. We're working on fixing those bugs, adding some more improvements, and also continuing to work on tasks and other projects. A new, here we go, a new live beta build is expected sometime this week, or potentially fixing some bugs and dropping into the live, and moving into another live beta, or playing it by ear. So they're working on like another beta, possibly this week, for the beta users like myself. So you might be able to see me play another beta with Boatsy Boy in the next couple of days. But first, let's take a look at what we have on the board. We have movable main menu. A bug was found in the live beta where the movement handle appeared unexpectedly. This got fixed. We found another bug where moving the main menu would also invisibly rotate and move the loading screen away from you. This was also fixed. We changed the way that this feature gets turned on in the first time to help explain how it works for users. The first time a new user encounters this feature, the grab box will always be on and at 100% opacity. Hovering it will cause the text to appear beneath the box grab to reposition the menu. After a user interacts with the grab to rotate successfully for the first time, the grab button will fade out of view. Hovering over with active pointer will fade the grab button back in 50% opacity. They also updated the QM settings toggle to read. So the QM is like the quick menu. What you call the quick menu when you press escape on the keyboard or the button on the thing. Task is currently in QA. Horizon Adjust is another one. Not much to say here. We put our live beta and people liked it. I love this thingy. There were some design concerns with people going upside down and being annoying with it, but it seemed that most of it calmed down after the novelty wore off. There weren't any major bugs with the implementation, but there was some discussion about the UI enabling the feature as the warning conveniently also a button. Okay. Personal mirror is another one. Out of the things we put into open beta, this one we got the most feedback. There's a bunch of changes we put into the internal version today. All mirror settings save across play session. Portable mirror no longer reflects into other mirrors, so there were other mirrors into the game, like the one with Sovereign's Chill Home, the one I use for the home world, because I used to be doing a mirror before the open lobby starts. Tracking mode has been converted to a toggle button pinned to world. Tracking mode now sits at the top level of the menu. Setting submenus no longer kick you out of the world. Fix tracking ball reflection layers and rename transparency to opacity. Additionally, a face mirror in quotation marks prototype was added, which is a mirror that displays your own face or your character's face attached to your HUD layer. This makes it easier to monitor how gestures or action menu adjust your face in real time. This task is now awaiting the review. So they're going to review it first to see if everything works, and it's going to be, and we'll see where this goes, if it's going to be implemented in the next open beta. Here is the next one. It's called Hide Avatars by Distance or Slap Max Number of Avatars by Distance. So this was the Hide Avatars by X meters from the last update. And it says here, last time we mentioned this one, this feature hid avatars by distance from you, X distance. So you can set only avatars within 5 meters of me. Everyone outside turns into a placeholder avatar. So here's how it looks like on the menu. Here's another one. There's also been addition of 2 new options, always show friends avatars and allow override with show avatar. So it's an override. If you allow to show the avatar, then that's an override of the rule of what you put for the hide avatar by distance. Okay, so that's what that means. Avatar don't unload or unload when they're shown or hidden by the system. The swap over is instant. So let's take a look at this GIF. As you can see, the new menu, performance, under performance. You can see how the avatar is now placeholder distance. We're going to take a look at that hopefully in the next test here. So that's how it looks like here on the meter scale. And you can see how the placeholder avatar diamond has been presented. But the test is getting more work. In particular, we're examining the possibility of showing the render range with an effect of some kind while removing the slider. We also need to profile and benchmark to ensure you are not costing more performance by implementing the system and doing a little bit of UI polish. So yes, I was talking about this. We were talking about this during the talk, the major discussion about the debacle of VRChat, and we said that we might cost performance, and we were right. We were absolutely right on this, and they're going to work on how to do it without costing performance. Here's a new one. Here's not a new one, but here's the next one that was a big boy, and it's text to text, text to speech, and speech to text. So this is for those of you who need accessibility options when it comes to VRChat. And there was a sync between the engineers, designers, and producers on this task. Internally, we're actually been taking about a few separate systems. So we had to separate them into their own tasks to avoid confusion. And here's what they said. Text to text. This is the speech bubble we talked about last time. There's no cost associated with this, as we just built it into the application. This effort was mostly done for the first iteration, and the prototype will be added soon. So look at that. Look out for that. Text to speech. This is generally generating text speech to input text. This could be relatively cheap if we use something like Amazon Poly or Microsoft Azure voice synthesis. This has not this had this had this there's not been effort on this yet beyond exploration. So they're looking into it, but it's not really a thing yet. The next one is called speech to text. This is converting spoken text into words. This could be relatively expensive if done in the cloud, of course. Local solutions aren't consistent and vary depending on OS. So operating system like the Quest or the PC, so there's different things you need to consider. For the moment, the efforts will go toward an MVP, minimum viable product, TTT, text to text implementation, which eventually will have TTS, text to speech, added on top. Once TTS is implemented and we gather feedback, we'll look into STT. Since TTT will exist, STT may not be as useful, especially since you put into a TTT entry field with OS level voice input if required. So they're trying to do this TTT text to text function, as well as text to speech and speech to text. We'll see where this goes, because I think this needs to be implemented soon, especially for those who need help with accessibility when it comes to text and speech. The next one is camera near clip adjustment. And they said some concerns were voiced about having this feature on Quest. The Quest now has a lower depth buffer. Pretty sure they meant lower precision here, which means that the bad effects from adjusting this will be amplified a lot. In implementing this, we discovered that the reference camera sometimes has issues with properly setting the main camera. So we're looking into fixing that alongside or before this is implemented. It was also determined that the near clip lower than 1 centimeter can be set via a script directly. This could cause major issues with worlds, but users have asked for near clip as low as 1 millimeter. This is especially useful for small avatars. We're looking into ways to inform users turning down the near clip that will also cause problems, but allow users to do so anyway. There's some concern that having very extremely low near clip breaks worlds. Some world authors will be hit with a bunch of invalid reports of issues. This mostly applies within worlds that have far the clip ranges. This task is in continued development. So near clipping is very small avatar. So you gotta be very small avatar to do so. And actually, we actually have some in the inventory with Neko Francis there, but we haven't used them yet in terms of this small boy. But we'll see where this goes with camera near clip. You saw like me doing the camera, but that was because of the horizon adjust and the other stuff. Next one, noise gating and background noise removal. This this is 2001. Basically, let's see adjust your mic and remove background noise. Very straightforward stuff here. This task is in review status. They're also implementing a cross-platform version of this. So take a look at that. Next one is portal placement. The feature will allow you to place a portal with your controller instead of guessing at a position where you're standing. This task is in development as some assets and as a prototype. So let's say, for example, that we are going to go to a world in VRChat. Let me go ahead and launch one of the recent live streams to show you an example. This was the recent one. This was just yesterday, by the way. So let's say, for example, hopefully it loads fast enough so that I can show you this example. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to drop a portal in where Rapid Dash and I are in the between. Normally, when you drop a portal, it's right in front of you. But we're going to place it somewhere where both of us can interact with it. So we're going to be in the middle. That's what I believe that they're going to go for portal placement. Okay, so that's what I think they're going to go for when it comes to that. But as you can see, there's a prototype and there's a red and there's a blue. The red means most likely you cannot place that, and blue means the portal is active, portal is good to go, and you can go ahead and place it there. Next one is auto disable cloning, and this is dealing with cloning of avatars. There was a bit of confusion with this feature in the live beta, so we got some feedback. Instead of being a higher level override, we like this option to be simply disable cloning in the normal VRChat main menu settings page whenever this option is enabled and a world change occurs. Being able to be cloned at every moment will be determined by the pre-existing setting. With this setting on, entering a new instance with avatar cloning off keeps it off. Entering a new instance with cloning turns it off also. Okay, so why is this a thing? Why is avatar cloning or disabling avatar cloning a thing? So with a lot of, you might be wondering, wait a second, aren't avatars always public? And the answer is no. If you guys remember, Vaults the Hedgehog has his own thing here, and it's his own thing. That's his own character, folks. Just like I'm gonna get mine, Francis the Hedgehog, very soon. So why is this a thing? Because we want to keep our avatars private, my friends. So this avatar of Vaults the Hedgehog is Vaults the Hedgehog, as in this is his own character. Therefore, should be kept private, and therefore, avatar cloning should be off. Same thing when I'm gonna get my own characters. I have Francis the Hedgehog, Freya the Hedgehog, Luna the Wolf, Yuki the Hedgehog. Oh yes, spoiler alert, coming back, and possibly more. Oh yes, I'm going all in on VRChat, my friends. But still, the thing is, keep your avatar cloning off. Okay, and you can disable that with this feature. Okay, now this one is only for those of you who know the rule of AMD and FSR. I am going to skip this for the sake of time. If you want to read this, it will be in the description below. Because this is only for those of you who know technical stuff about AMD, FSR, all that good stuff. But I will read this. FPS. Frames per second, my friends. The favorite word in the terms of video game. Following the launch of EAC, some users have been noticeable FPS drops in VRChat. I've been seeing that. While we've been trying our best to hunt down these issues, we haven't been able to replicate them on our end. This is something we kept very close eye on. We know how important performance is to our community, yet after collecting about a week of data, we haven't seen the average frame rates of our users dropping. In fact, average frame rate across all platforms is relatively stable. We look very closely at our data to determine this, as the reports from users about lower performance are plentiful, but we don't see any downward trend. Of course, this doesn't mean some users aren't experiencing these issues. It's totally possible. We would encourage users to go first through these troubleshooting steps and see their issues if their issue improves. Doesn't usually contact our support team for further troubleshooting. Okay. Will it be because of the EAC? They said no. Next one is going to be the conclusion. As always, these aren't all the things we got queued up. There is some more move today, and we probably missed some stuff. There's a lot going on. We'll get back with you tomorrow. By tomorrow, they mean to say today, because this was written August the 2nd, 2022. Today is August 23rd. Today is August 3rd, 2022. And most likely, they're going to bring up some stuff. And they're going to bring up a lot more stuff here. So make sure you guys tune in because there's a lot of things going on. And if the open beta drops, the second open beta drops during the Shadina takeover, we will definitely cover it. And I am excited to tell you guys some other news before we wrap up this video. In addition to commentary videos like this, we will talk about video game news on this channel and the gaming channel. If you guys are interested, we're going to start this new stuff this week with this particular video being an example. What you got to see was a little taste of what we're diving into: video game news, commentaries, and opinion making. Everybody has an opinion, and we get to share our thoughts and words. And everybody gets to have some commentary. And we got to share our love for video games. Like myself, I love VRChat, and I don't want them to drop. Okay, so starting this week, we're gonna start doing commentary videos on this main channel and the new gaming channel. Make sure you guys check out both. All right. And hopefully you guys enjoyed what you got to learn today. If the beta drops during the Shadina takeover week, we will definitely cover it for you guys. Until then, my fellow Emerald Hunters, it is RetroYuuki saying, don't forget to do work, live life, and create that content. Because one of these days, your content will be on the content side. Enjoy, y'all.